In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you a really effective way of training pelvic floor muscles. Some women can produce a pelvic floor muscle squeeze, but because these muscles are deep inside, they find it really difficult to work out if they're doing this movement effectively. This is where biofeedback can be really useful.
To set the unit up, insert the black reference lead into the top right hand socket. Attach the end to a surface skin electrode. Place this skin electrode over a bony point, such as the side of your knee joint or the front of your pelvic bone. Your biofeedback reading will be much more accurate with this reference electrode in place. Insert the white EMG wire into the middle socket. Connect the periform sensor to the red and black pins at the end of this EMG lead wire. It's a good idea to start doing biofeedback lying down. Make sure you're in a comfortable position with your knees supported by a pillow. This will help you fully relax your pelvic floor muscles. You can use a small amount of gel if you like. Insert the periform gently into your vagina. Remember, the sensor plates need to be at the right and left sides to be in contact with your pelvic floor muscles. I'm going to demonstrate biofeedback using my forearm muscles. Firstly, press the on-off button once. Let's have a look at what you see on the display screen. This number at the bottom of the screen is measuring activity in my arm muscle. If you are using the vaginal periform, the number is a reflection of your pelvic floor muscle activity. If I completely relax my arm muscle, the reading drops. If I contract my arm muscle, the reading increases. In lying, you would aim to relax your pelvic floor muscles to get this reading as low as possible. Your healthcare professional will use the following steps to set up the unit. Firstly, you will tighten your pelvic floor muscle for 5 seconds. This value will vary, but a note will be made of the maximum number achieved. 50% of this number will be calculated. For example, if it's 36, then half of that will be 18. This is your threshold level, which can now be programmed using the plus or minus threshold button. Once the number is correct, press set. The volume is next. Again, press plus or minus to make this louder or quieter, then set. Work is how long I'm going to hold on to the muscle contraction for. Let's aim for a 6-second hold. Again, press the plus or minus button to do this, followed by set. Rest is how long I'm going to let the muscle relax between contractions. I'm going to have a 12-second rest time. Press set. TRS stands for the number of trials. I'm going to do 4 trials. FAB, feedback above, means you will hear the unit bleep when you tighten your pelvic floor muscles just above the threshold you have set. This gives you something to aim for. Press set. Both DOF and WDE pressed to set when using this handheld unit for pelvic floor muscle education. Press escape and the unit is ready to use.
Right, so off we go. I'm going to make a start. Press the start button to begin. You can see the down arrow is telling me to relax my muscles, and it's counting down. I'm going to do a 12-second rest phase. And then as the arrow goes up, I'm going to do a 6-second contraction. And then as the arrow drops, I'm going to let the muscle completely relax again. It's counting down steadily, muscle as relaxed as I can. And then in the contract phase, the arrow goes up, and I'm going to hold on to that squeeze for 6 seconds. And then I'm going to relax again. So every time I contract the muscle, I'm aiming to get the bleep noise from the unit, as that's set at my threshold. So I'm working my muscle to its maximum, and then I'm resting it completely. You can see here the number of trials. I set it for 4. I've just got 2 trials left. relaxation, full contraction, 6 seconds, good hold, hang on, and then relax again. Let that muscle completely go. And that's the trial finished.
Once the trials are finished, I can review the results. I can see my work average. Press set. I can see my rest average. If a muscle is relaxed, this reading should be below 4. Press set. OST is my onset time. How long is it taking for my muscle to reach its maximum squeeze? This should be less than 1 second. Press set. RLS is my release time. How long does it take for my muscle to fully relax? Again, this should be below 1 second. If you press escape and then start, you could begin the muscle workout again. When you switch the unit off, the settings will be saved, ready for you to repeat the same biofeedback session next time.
The NeuroTrac Simplex is a biofeedback unit that allows you to assess the strength and condition of your pelvic floor muscles. So biofeedback can be done in lying, sitting or standing. It's a really good way to keep motivated and to monitor your improvement.
The NeuroTrac Simplex is a simple to operate, low cost, single channel EMG and biofeedback unit, ideal for personal use or for use by physiotherapists in clinical practice. It originates in the UK and is included on the Australian Register of Therapeutic Goods. Like other feedback devices, the Simplex will provide you with information on what is happening inside your body when you do a pelvic floor contraction. Many women find it very difficult to contract the pelvic floor muscles at all, whilst others can squeeze and lift their muscles effectively but are not able to sustain the contraction in order to build up strength. This leaves women uncertain about whether they are doing their pelvic floor exercises correctly and whether they are making progress. The Simplex serves the same purpose as the other feedback devices in our range, but it has the added advantages of electrical power through a 9-volt battery. This results in very accurate readings on the LCD screen and the added benefits of lights and sounds to provide feedback on muscle activity. It is therefore an excellent choice for women who want the certainty, accuracy and sophistication of a powered device. It can be used with either the Periform or VeriProbe electrode, both of which are available in our product range. The Simplex should be used under the guidance of a doctor or physio, but is very simple to operate. Simple instructions on our website provide an outline of the steps involved, and full instructions are provided in a detailed booklet which comes with the Simplex. The booklet outlines how to establish your starting point or threshold level reading, set up an exercise program of work and rest intervals and the number of repetitions, and select your choice of audio feedback. The audio feature can be set to work if your muscle activity exceeds your threshold level, is below your threshold level, or you can turn off audio altogether. Once you've set up the machine in that way, you're ready to start. Follow the screen display, contracting during the work intervals and relaxing your pelvic floor muscles during the rest intervals. Audio prompts will sound as the intervals change. While you exercise, the bright running light display will show you the strength of your muscle activity each time you squeeze. A yellow light shows that you are below your threshold level, whereas a green light on the running display shows you're above your threshold level. If you've set up audio, you'll also hear the audio feedback in line with your settings. Audio is subject to volume controls, of course. While you are exercising, the Simplex can sit in its stand where you can see the screen, or you may prefer to hold it. The Simplex stores and summarises the statistics for your exercise session, and these can easily be read at the end of the session. You can therefore keep track of your progress over time. Remember that as your pelvic floor muscle strength improves, you will need to recalculate and reset your threshold or base level. The Simplex also allows practitioners to set up an exercise program for clients, lock the unit to that program and read the total results for all exercise sessions since the last consultation, thus monitoring patient progress and compliance. The Simplex comes in a handy foam carry case containing the unit, a stand for use whilst exercising, 2 batteries, leads, external electrodes and instructions. If you don't already have one, please remember that you will need to purchase an electrode from our range to be able to use the NeuroTrac Simplex for pelvic floor work.